Well, hello. This is my first attempt at using this camera and filming this kind of stuff. What you're looking at is a Hallicrafters model S-40a. Picked it up off of Craigslist for a pretty good deal. Went through it, and that's what I'm going to show you now. Hopefully I won't kick the camera too much. But let's see what we're looking at here. Maybe I can focus that a little bit better there. Went through it, replaced all the capacitors, and as I was testing the resistors, almost every one of them was way out of specs. I'm going to move the whole tripod down. Sorry about that. So I ended up replacing all those too, and put a couple safety features into it. I ran a 3-prong cord right here. That required me to change over the strain relief. Well, I got a bunch of these strain reliefs off of Amazon for a pretty cheap price, but I had to drill the hole a little bit bigger. I believe it was just under a ½ inch. I had to go to 9/16. I also mounted a safety fuse in here, and it's on the, of course, on the hot side prior to the switch. It's got a 1 amp fuse in it for now. And I did the safety capacitors, both the X and the Y. You can see those guys right there and there. So what I'm going to do now is, first I'm going to do an ohm check on the power cord and make sure that I didn't have a short circuit somewhere. And then after that I'm going to fire it up on a variac through a limiter. So give me a couple seconds to get things ready here. And we can get moving with this. Let's see what we're looking at. Don't mind all the aquarium noises. My daughter has fish that she puts down here. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is just put the ohm meter on before I power off here and set everything up. And you can go through it with me together. I had a lot of interruptions and lost my place quite a few times in between doing this. I have a 4-month-old puppy that tried to help with a lot of it. So let's see. It should show something between that and that. I'm sorry, nothing between that and that. I don't know if you can see the meter. I'm trying to take a look and see. Okay. Let me just see what we're looking at on the meter, because I can zoom in. And apparently I can zoom out too. Okay, so now you can at least see the meter. And when I put the leads together, showing that, so we know that that part is working. So I'm going to go across the 2 plug terminals. And as I can see, there's nothing there. Of course, the whole thing's turned off, so let me turn it on. And as I turn it on, I am showing, which I would expect, that it'd be the resistance through the transformer. So it looks like we're ready to go with that. So I'm going to get everything set up, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I changed the inclination on the camera here a little bit, and you can see the radio, and excuse me. So over here, all I have is a like a variac, and then it goes through, and in series I have a light bulb, and then I also have one of those watt meters you can buy, again, Amazon, eBay. And that can monitor my voltage as I turn it on? Well, mainly I'm just going to look for a short as I start to bring the voltage up. The Hallicrafters comes in, plugs into that, which is plugged into the outlet, which goes in series to that light, and then into the Variac. So if my light starts to light up too bright, I'll know that I have a direct short. If it doesn't, and the Hallicrafter starts to come to life, then I know I'm pretty good. And the fact that I put a 1 amp fuse in there is kind of double protection. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to turn that on to receive, because that's going to power the tubes on more than just the heaters. I'm going to turn this on to let's see, anything other than AC off, so we'll put it in medium. Noise selector off, CWAM, we'll leave it on AM. ABC, we'll leave, I'll leave it on off. I don't know a lot about this device, and I'll turn the volume up a little bit so we can possibly hear some noise. And I don't know which position would be best. I'm sure it's not going to matter for firing it up, but I thought if we could hear some noise. So I'm going to need to turn that, or plug that in rather, and turn that on. So let me just pause it while I'm plugging that in. Alright, unfortunately I had to unplug my light to plug the Variac in. But I don't know how well this camera is going to pick up light anyhow, so we'll find out. So anyhow, without further ado, we're going to turn this on. Start it up kind of high. You can see the lights already came in on the radio, but I didn't see that light coming on. So let me see, it's probably still too low to tell me what the voltage is. Yeah, I'll have to bring it up higher. But as I can see, the lights seem to be working. So let's see, I'm still not seeing any voltage yet. But again, I look through here at the load, very little load through that. I'm not seeing that really come on yet. There's 70.5 volts. The lights are starting to come on. You can see them. Maybe you can't, but I can from the back. Voltage is going up. There's 81 volts, 83, 85. I do hear some kind of noise. It sounds sort of like an AC hum. I have no antenna hooked to this, so I really don't expect to receive too much, but I thought I'd get a little bit of static. I did have to replace the audio transformer. So let's see. Let me bring this up more. Okay, so with the limit I can only get to about, looks like 96 volts. So I'm going to turn that off, and I'm going to bypass the light, and that's just going to put the Variac in series without the light bulb, or sorry, not in series, just right connected to it without the light bulb in series. And there's my voltage stepping up already at 96, 102, 100 and 117. So that's about what I normally get here, 117. So, let's see, volume. I'm going to flip this and just see what happens. Alright, when I turn that, I can hear the amplifiers all went on. Noise limiter, when I turned that off, I could hear more noise. Let me just see. Like, that's just using me as the antenna. Now I did test the tubes, and I do have one bad tube. I haven't aligned it, obviously. This is the first time it's been fired up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on standby and connect an antenna to it, an outside antenna, and we'll see how that affects what we got going on. So stand by for a minute. Okay, and back, and just discovered that a BNC tip fits nicely into the end of a SO239. So, but let's see now with the outside antenna. What? Okay, there's something there. Now the band I'm on is 4, and let's see. 4 looks like it goes one of the shortwave bands, if I'm reading that correctly. So let's see. Oh no, it's saying KDKA.
Trump said he wasn't hearing any complaints from his G7.
Oh, there's... Now again, like I said, this is without any tune-up or alignment whatsoever. And certainly not an antenna that's appropriate for this. Let's see. So, looks like 3 would be our regular bands that would carry... Oh, I'm sorry, I had it on 1, not 4. So let's turn that up a little bit now. So down some.
Illinois Congressman and Tea Party favorite Joe Walsh, who says that...
More on the external.
Okay, well,
So I'm dissatisfied and unhappy in that Christian life.
maybe with the next video I'll actually work on the alignment procedure, and prior to that I'll read a little bit about the radio and find out what all it's capable of. Mainly just concerned, like I said, I know I did test the tubes, and one of the amplifiers is bad. I think it's an 6SK7, I believe it was. One of them was bad. So I'll have to hit a local ham fest or eBay or somebody and get one of those. Let me turn that on. That may account for the...
I've all poured it on his head, kissed him and said...
Even though it's turning up, it doesn't sound real good. Now the amplifier, the transformer that I got was actually rated at 7,000 ohms input and 3.2 output, and that's exactly what this radio requires. So I'm assuming that that should work pretty well for it. But all in all, I'm pretty happy that everything seemed to fire up. And one of the other things, I think I did tell you, I put the 3-prong cord on it, just mainly safety features, and I'll spin it around now. You can take a look at the back of it. I have to clean it up a little bit, and then we'll work on the alignment. So stand by while I turn it around. Okay, the power's unplugged, and I was able to unplug my Variax so get the light back on. And let me see if I can move this a little closer so we can get a downward look at the case. Sorry about the vibrations and the bumps. And I don't know how well, again, like I said, this is going to light up with this makeshift lighting I have here. But yeah, the case all in all is in very good shape. Has a couple little corrosion marks in it. Everything in the back's original. The only addition would be this. There's a screw that's down below the tubes. Let me see if I can. And that would be for the fuse holder that I put in right here. But everything else I tried to keep pretty much all original. Like I said, I haven't cleaned anything up here yet, and I need to get to one tube before I do the alignment. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was helpful for some people that are maybe looking for parts or what things look like or what they need to do with their radios.